Again, welcome and thank you.
Amen.
All right, so this season we have had a real good season. Go ahead and give the hands, the claps, to the boys and a round of applause. Amen. They played their heart out every game. Amen. I do want you guys to understand that a part of this football team, y'all are more than just friends and classmates and school buddies, but y'all have formed a brotherhood. All right? So you guys are no longer just friends on the playground, but you guys are brothers. All right? That guy to the right and to the left of you, that is now your brother. You should treat him like your brother. All right? All right. Now we do have awards for you guys, but we have picked out a specific few of you guys for specific awards. At this time, we're going to call up small fry. We're going to begin with the small fry. We're going to call up Kamari White, Amari White, Torrance Wilson, Josiah Waterman, Cornell, Jamari Green, All right. Go ahead and give these young men a round of applause. All right, and now we're going to begin with our mics. We're going to call up Joshua Morris, Jonte Eady, Derek McCray, Quincy Washington, and Henry Burgess.
Hello, I'm the cheerleading coach, Tawana Ford. I would like to give a special thanks to Kwanzaa because she started us off over there, Kwanzaa. We're going to give out the certificates. We're going to give out the certificates.
And I'm so sorry. I'm Mariana Webb.
All right, so I'm going to give out the certificates. When I call your name, please come up. Jasmine Varna. Eden Dickerson. Jasmine Verna. Shakana Minchin. Come, stand across. Leilani Presley. Layla Presley. Alayla Presley. Paige Singletary. Rain Bell. Shania Williams. Kennedy Hayward. Sophia Police. Jewel Presley. Lena Brown. Christian Bluford. London Williams. Tanaria Woodbury. Zarion Verna. And Sade Minchin. Please give them a round of applause. They worked extra hard and cheered very hard for the mites and the Small Fry these years. These girls deserve a round of applause.
Now we have the word of wisdom, and it's going to come from Kevin Washington, the U.S. Marshal, Ms. Jeannie Burrs, City County Council lady, and Dawid Harvin, attorney at law. In that order, please.
Good evening. Good evening. Listen, first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for allowing me to come out and spend some time with you all this afternoon. Now, I want to do things a little bit different, okay? While I know and understand that we're here this afternoon to congratulate and commend the young men and the cheerleaders as well, I want to do something a little bit different. I want these young men and the cheerleaders to please stand and look back at your mom, your dad, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, whomever is responsible for you being here, please give them a big round of applause. Because parents, we know they couldn't be here without you all, amen? All right. So again, we want to just say congratulations to all of you all. I know that you guys had a great season. I know there was a lot of hard work, a lot of self-discipline. I know that you guys had to have manners and respect for your coaches. And to the coaching staff, where are the coaches? Oh, there they are. Thank you guys as well for what you all do, the sacrifices that you all make, not only to these coaches, but to all of the coaches who, for years and years and years and years, who dedicated their Saturday mornings, those nights during the middle of the week for practice. Thank you all as well for your tireless efforts. At this time, we're going to have Ms. Jeannie Brown-Burrs to come up and offer a few comments. But again, thank you to the parents. Thank you all as well, and congratulations to you all as well.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's an honor for me to just be here this afternoon, to just see the little kids here and to see that they are getting reward for what they do. And it's a start. I tell the recipient here, this is a start how things happen in your life. When you do good, good things follow. So stay in a positive environment. And you know, when I was coming up, basketball was one of my favorites. Yes, I used to be the shortest on the team, but I was not a bench warmer. So I tell the little ones, y'all continue to do well and you will get your reward. And parents, please stay engaged and focus and help your kids to be the best that they can be in life. Thank you. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. I will be brief. I think this is a wonderful event. I've never really seen anything this extravagant for a championship victory for mites and small prize. And so it tells me that the Winsbury County Recreational Department is doing some special things with our young people. I just want to leave you with these imparting words. Success in sports is great. Playing sports is awesome. Being on the field is a wonderful feeling. But in life, you also need to do well in the classroom. A good education will take you even further in life if you take the time to pay attention to your teachers and do the things that you need to do in school. And so while we're here to celebrate your success on the football field, we don't want you to forget that we would love for you to be just as successful in the classroom. And so tomorrow when you go to school, that same tenacity and that same will that you showed on the football field, that same desire that you showed on the football field, those same manners that you express to your coaches, do the same thing in your classes. Make sure that you do your best. Make sure that the brother sitting next to you does their best. The young lady sitting next to you does their best as well. Thank you.
Wisdom from Torrance Wilson, Hemingway Vocational Center Director, Juju Williams, Hemingway High School, all-around academic athletes, Troy, Singletary, and Junior. Would y'all please come up?
As they are coming up, as always, I want to speak from the educational side. Because when you have a talent, you want to be able to expound on that talent. So as you go into your classroom from day to day, make sure you're working as hard as you can. Work as hard as you did on the football field. Make sure you're listening. Make sure you're not being a discipline issue. Make sure you're making your parents proud, not only on the football field, but in the classroom. You have to be really, really smart to remember all these plays, to remember all these different formations. So there's no excuse as to why you can't get your work done in school. Keep up the good work, continue to stay together, and look out for one another. Take care of one another. And thank your parents every chance you get, because none of you have a license to drive yet. We'd like to thank these young men for coming out. Let's give them a big round of applause. And you turn over.
Good evening. How y'all doing How you doing today? My name is Darius Williams. Most of y'all know me by Juju. I am currently an 11th grader attending Hemingway High School. I play football and I play basketball. To all the kids, make sure that you get your education, because nobody can take that from you. If you have bad studying habits, please make sure that you control it and study right now, because once you get to high school, everything counts. If you're hanging around somebody that's doing something that's not supposed to be doing, you gotta let them know. Either you're gonna stop what you're doing, or we can't hang around. Respect the teacher. Compete in the classroom just like you do in the football field, basketball court. Remember to keep God first, remain humble.
Good evening. I just want to congratulate the Small Fry and the Mikes on the perfect season that they had. And I want to tell them, don't get satisfied, fight for everything they want in life.
Good evening. I just want to say congrats to the Mikes and Small Fry for y'all's victory. And remember to always put God first. And remember that without grades, you can't go nowhere. So pay attention in class and stay focused. And remember to always have respect, because respect will take you further than money will.
Give our football players a round of applause. They went the whole season without losing a game, and Friday night was the first one. But that's okay. We're going to get them next year. But now, we want to remind you that Michael is in the North-South. He was picked. North-South. He will be playing in the North-South game in December. Give him a round of applause. Now we're going to bring back to your front Kevin Washington and Miss Jeannie Barnes for a presentation.
All right, please bear with us. We want to present the Small Fry players, the Mites players, and the cheerleaders with small tokens of appreciation. So we're going to begin with the Small Fries, and we're going to try to move as quickly as we can. First, we've got Kalik Edwards. Shamon Scott. Torrance Wilson. Rocco Pugliese. Pugliese. Is that all right? Pugliese. Okay, all right. I'll never forget that again. I won't get it wrong the next time. Chasden Cooper. Tracy Scott Jr., Cornell Brockington, Robert Waterman Jr., Philip Williams Jr., Jaheem Doctor, Jabrion Snow, Cameron Presley, Sammy Milton, Demarius Washington, Mikael Bartel, Jamie Graham, Jamani McCray, Reed Presley, Jafia Waterman, Tyler Williams, Logan Lewis, and Jamari Green. All right, please join me in giving the small fry winners a big round of applause. A round of applause. Thank you. Next players, first Joshua Mars. Kamari White. Omarion Burgess. Xavier Washington. Omarion Webb. Nazir Brooks. Nazir. Santino Pugliese. Boom, I got it, right? Jacoon Canteen. Tyrone Palmer. Derek McCray. Jante Edie Jr. Tayswan Brown. Amari White. Montavious Mills Jr. Domenico Pugliese. Devontae White. Javon Willis. Javon Williams. Ladarius Davis. Quincy Washington. Jabari Pearson. Henry Burgess II. Lee Ford. And Tremel Thomas. All right, can I get your attention, please? If I could, please, could we have the family members of Devon Boyd and Michael Brunson to please come up. Devon Boyd and Michael Brunson. We have some family members here for either one of them. get you all's attention, please, just for a moment. Let us pause just for a moment of silence in honor of these two very special young men. Let us pause for a moment of silence for these two very special young men. Okay, thank you. Name, or he didn't hear us call his name. Tracy Scott Jr. Please join me in giving our Mike's players a big round of applause. Congratulations, guys. Now for the cheerleaders. Kennedy Hayward. Zion Williams. Shania Williams. Rain Bell. Paige Singletary. Leilani Presley. Layla Presley. Layla Presley. E. Dickerson. Jasmine Verner. Jasmine Verner. Shekinah Minchin. Sophia Pugliese. Jewel Presley. Lena Brown. Kristen Bluebert. Zarion Verner. Tanaria Woodbury. Sade Mitchell. Please join me in giving our cheerleaders a big round of applause. Thank you all so much.
A round of applause, because they deserve this round they got. But one thing is missing. They forgot to call one person's name. Every time Hemingway wins the championship, they #1 fan don't ever get a ring. So where's my ring? See, I'm behind the scene on football, but I'm in the scene in basketball. I still got #1 fan in football now. Where's my ring? Now I'm gonna stop being y'all #1 fans. If y'all can't give me a ring, all of y'all get one. And I'm on the team, I'm on the coaches, I'm on the referee, I'm on the fans. Oh wow, where's my ring? I work hard too. Okay, now we're gonna have Mr. Andre Darcy for the purpose.
Blue blood, blue blood, blue blood, blue blood. Before I actually get started, first and foremost, I'd like to say thank everyone for coming out and helping celebrate with these young people today. It is truly, truly a blessing to see everyone come together in this magnitude to do something this special for these young people. So please give yourselves a round of applause for that. Before I actually get started and what I want to say, I got a few things that I want to actually hand out. If I can ask Ms. Councilwoman Jeannie Brown Burrows, Marshall, of course Mr. Harvin, and Mr. Wilson to please come up as well. As we know, we ask volunteers to do something very, very special. And that is to take on the responsibility of taking care of your children, to teach them the fundamentals, the understanding that they should have when they're participating in different activities. When we call on these volunteers, and please understand the word volunteers, they don't get paid for this. They do not get paid, but yet they work other jobs. And for them to actually take the time out of their busy schedule and to teach your kids what it is to be young people, to teach your kids what it is to be sportsmanlike. These are the things that we should always, always applaud our volunteers for. Right now, I want to present a plaque to one of our coaches. It is presented to Ms. Tawana Ford for outstanding dedication and support for the Hemingway Mites and Small Fry cheerleaders. Let's give her a round of applause. This next volunteer is, this is pretty unique for me to actually do this for this gentleman. As you all know, I used to run Boys and Girls Club here in Hemingway as well as Lake City. And once, you know, you see kids and you have them in your grips and you watch them as they grow, but you don't ever see the outcome until they have crossed over or become grown men, and you look at them like, wow, either I'm getting old, which I'm not, fountain of youth, I drank a lot of water. But to see this young man step up in a role of helping out shows that we have young people in this community that have the heart and dedication to give back. So with this young man, Mr. Graham, I'm not even going to call him by his first name, I'm calling him Mr. Graham, because he's a Mr. to me now. Would you please come up and get this? For your years of hard work and dedication to helping the Mike and Small Fries. All right. As long as I can remember, these next two gentlemen that I'm about to present these plaques for has been totally father figures outside of the homes of all mothers and fathers or parents when they are at work. These gentlemen take their time and spend their money to pick up kids using their own vehicle. No questions asked. They go above and beyond for these young people. These volunteers shows what it means to have dedication, not only to their community, but dedication to see a difference in their community. I have seen them for many years on the football field, on the youth football field, talking to young people. Guys, if y'all don't stand up for these two men and give them the biggest appreciation possible, then you're selling not only them short, but all kids that have come through past and future. Please, let's give a standing ovation to Coach Ricky and Bobcat. Now, I really do, I gotta say this, because when you look at the athletes that have come through Hemingway, they all started from one place, and that's recreation. They started with recreation, but it was because of coaches like Bobcat and Ricky to help them out, to push them, to give them the motivation. But even them two alone can't do it. Today I am asking that if we have volunteers for football, if we have volunteers for basketball, and I'm telling you, when our basketball season, the coaches that we have from that have been there since I was there, and they were there to support, and they still continue to support. We are desperately looking for volunteers to step up in this community and make sure that our kids, our generation, continue to flourish and become productive citizens in this community. When we look at Darius Williams, Juju, and all the other athletes that have come through and have accomplished so many things, it is a testament because these guys have it. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. As you guys may know, that Park and Recreation though it's located in King Street, South Carolina, we have a satellite office here in Hemingway, which is the Chavis One Stop building. As we all know that this community is in dire need of service. When I took this position, my heart and soul was dedicated to making sure that we bring activities to this community as well as all other communities. At the end of the day, I am born and I will always bleed blue blood. But when I step into that uniform and I walk into my job, I bleed every county because I bleed for all the kids. And it is that dedication that not only do we need from our staff, but it's the same dedication that we need from our parents. As we sit here and celebrate our youth, we must also, or I must also, throw out a shot to the parents. We have some parents that are overly dedicated and we appreciate that. We need that. Because those same parents that goes above and beyond for their kids, they're going above and beyond for someone else. They're picking them up. And for that, I applaud you. So let's give our parents that have been helping out during the season a round of applause. With that being said, guys, and this is a plea to the parents. We need you guys to step up and do more. We need you guys to do so much more of trying to impact the kids in this community. As we all know, it takes a village to raise a child. And we're asking that you step up and help other counties when they come down to their park and recreation. Let me explain something. A helmet is $79 to $125 depending on the size of the head of a child. Shoulder pads are anywhere from $50 to $100 depending on the size. Jerseys are anywhere from $30 to $45. I hope somebody is calculating this. And you still have to pay fees in other counties. Grand total for most counties is $200 for your child to play any type of athletics. Am I wrong? Anybody that's up here that know anything about it? It's true? Yo guys, listen, Williamsburg County is blessed because you have council members and leaders that are doing their best to try to get funding so that we can have, so we are able to keep it affordable at $30 for a sport that your child can play with the equipment already provided. You're already ahead of the game. What we're asking parents to now do is make sure that their kids show up to practice. What we're asking parents to do is make sure you go to the schools and check on your kids' grades. There are so many athletes that come through Hemingway that end up leaving from school and coming back to Hemingway without an education. Guys, we need everyone to put education first and the priority of our children first. Recreation is dedicated to doing so with staff that are willing and able to do so as well. Our purpose here today is not only to celebrate our youth of today, but our purpose today is to teach and show these same youth of today how to be great young adults tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting this youth. Thanks to all the volunteers that put this together. You guys really outdid yourselves. Really, really outdid yourselves. I mean, rings? Wow. That's amazing. I just can't wait next year to see what y'all gonna do. Which means we need parents that actually help and form a group to raise money for these young people so that a banquet like this doesn't just stop after this year, that it continues. You guys have now set the bar. You guys have now set the expectation. Now we got to live up to it. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your meal. The next person that you'll be hearing from is my assistant athletic director, Miss Turquoise Rouse, and she's going to kind of fill you in on the upcoming season. Thank you.
Good afternoon again. We have basketball enrollment still open till November 30th. You all in the Hemingway area is welcome to stop by the Cheerleader One Stop. If a player have played football this past season, the registration fee is $25, and if they haven't, the fee is $30. Thank you.
Slice, and some call him Robert. We need to see him. We need him to come up here. Oh, look, Slice. Slice got on his hat today. That's why I couldn't recognize him.
It's a beautiful, I mean, you could have been any place else in the world, but you chose to be here with us today. We thank you because you're looking as good as you want to look, some of you. But none of this could have been possible without Mr. Dorsey and Miss Turquoise. If you didn't come to the Super Bowl, y'all missed something so special, it made me want to put the pants back on. And them days are over. They had fireworks, the kids had banners like this. You don't want to tear this up. They running through stuff like this that should be on your wall. But that's how elegant and extravagant the Super Bowl was. I'm telling you, next year, when they say Super Bowl, y'all need to come out and attend. And to the fathers, on Saturday mornings, I don't need all of these women coaches over the shoulders. They know about more football than some of you guys out here. I need to see some fathers out there because they can't strap up you get the little boys' pants and stuff. We need fathers. Saturday mornings, let's wake up and let's support these kids. Matter of fact, the senior, Michael Bryant, who came out here, his mother came to one game this year for the first time. That kid cried so much and put on a performance that was ungodly. I mean, this dude ran over everybody and he's been running ever since. I like to call him Forrest Gump. He's still running. I mean, that guy is something special. But we want to call Mr. Dorsey and Ms. Turquoise, front stage. Ricky, Bobcat to the right. Because without these two, none of this would have been possible, and they really need a round of applause because I'm telling you, these things cost. Let's do it again. Blue blood one time. Blue blood. Blue blood. Blue blood.
May I have your attention? Miss Tashina Webb, would you please come forward? Tashina, please come forward. We would like to present you with this small token of love, and it is small, of love and appreciation for all of your hard work, your dedication, and your tears. This event would not have been possible if it had not been for your heart. We as parents, we a lot of times sit back and we think that it's the Rex department or the schools department to do things for our children, when really, us as parents, we have the authority and the ability to do the same thing. So on behalf of this committee, we would like to thank all of the parents who participated and volunteered and donated, because all of this came from contributions and donations from parents and volunteers and businesses in the community. So we would like to thank you all. And Tashina, never get weary. Never get weary. Okay? We love you and we thank you.
by Dr. Reverend Williams. And while he's coming up, we want to thank the fathers from West Side, Stephanie, South Carolina, for their donations. Give them a round of applause.
Because as I sat to see what happened this afternoon for the children and see what is going on in the community, my heart just reached out, and parents and community, this is something that just was so touching to me today, because we are celebrating something for kids to help them and let them know that we appreciate them. And I can't wait to get back to my colleagues and tell them that Hemingway got it going on. And parents and all the recipients, y'all please continue. Just like someone said earlier, sport is good, but getting a good education is better. So I just want to applaud you, and I think and I enjoyed the fellowship today, and this will encourage me to get more involved on the activity side in this area. Thank you. You're welcome.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we give you thanks for the food that has been prepared. Let it nourish our body, mind, and soul. For this we pray in Jesus' name. Let all say, amen.
Okay, you see this? Super MVP? You like that?
Okay.
I deserve
with a special guest.
Because I was the only one that scored.
Oh Lord, boo! Hold him up, hold him up. Okay. Okay.